Well, moving on from that story, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources is continuing its tour of illegal small-scale mining sites in Prestea in the Western region, despite protests from some of the miners. This is part of government's activities to crack down on the practice, which is adversely affecting water bodies and land. Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, John Peter Amewu, has meanwhile issued a fresh 30-day ultimatum to owners of excavators being used for the illegal activities to move them from the site, as he explains government strategy to reclaim lands that have been destroyed. Latif Idris has been with the team on the tour, and he joins me on the line. Welcome back to the show. I have Latif Idris on the line now. Hello, Latif. Hello, Latif. Can you hear me? Latif? We're having a difficulty establishing that contact. It appears that the network where they are is not that stable. Well, we can take a wrap of activities of the minister's tour so far, and when we return, I believe the network will be stable and we'll be able to speak to Latif. Watch this.
Amewu also reviewed and extended the ultimatum on Galamsey by 30 more days. Miners are expected to remove all excavators from the various mining sites within this period. In an interview with Joy News' Latif Idrisu, the minister said his outfit would consider putting boots in areas identified as safe haven for their activities to end Galamsey. Going forward, the minister said government will streamline mining operations across the country to make for easy and proper monitoring.
I don't know what to describe this, honestly. But again, you see, it is a fact that they've led a lot of excavators, along the side as we pass by. I know the intention is for most of them to return. But those that are left in the various communities, we are giving them another ultimatum of 30 days to move those excavators out of those communities.
They are only waiting for you and your team to move out of the community, and they will be back.
They will be back. I mean, it's clear, but they move the excavators from their pitch, various digging areas, and they park them quite close to the communities. We're giving them another 30 days to move those excavators out of those villages. It is clear all the villages that we have passed through, there are a lot of excavators still parked there. These communities have not benefited. In fact, we are not anti-mining as a government, okay? Even Ghana as a country had not benefited so much from its mining activities, let alone these communities that we have passed through, okay? And so I think it's proper we give them a second warning to move those excavators out of the communities.
You are being flexible with the directive you issued.
Well, what are they parked there doing? I mean, I'm clear in my mind that they want to return back. Yeah. There's calm in the system, but I am extremely clear in my mind that they will want to return back to the various, construction areas. And in an attempt to do that, well, the consequences, you know. So
you are saying that they should move them out of the...
They should move them out of the...
Take them to...
Where do they bring them from? Excavators. Look, there are 90% of excavators are in these villages. Excavators, what are they doing in these villages?
Mr. Mayor, would you consider putting men on the ground to ensure that they do not return again?
Precisely, that's what we're going to do. And it's too premature for me to say it here. But tomorrow we're giving a press release to all the 9, mining officers working at the Minerals Commission. They are all proceeding on leave immediately.
In the Nzima East Municipality of the Western Region, the minister questioned Chief Executive Officer of the Minerals Commission, Dr. Tony Orban, over a prospecting license given to Okoben Mining, a small-scale mining company. Okoben Mining were operating, despite the directive, to halt all small-scale mining activities across the country. They were seen mining for gold at Jura Dominase, few meters away from the Ankobra River.
I've been here for more than 5 months, and prospecting list is given for 2 months, and I don't, you can't.
No. It wouldn't be.
If you mentioned 2 months.
Maybe because.
Can we get the man? Please call the man.
Over here, he may not have the date accurately.
Please let us settle the issue here. Let's get the man here on the side.
No.
There will be some supervisors should be here. Okay. Somebody should be.
But I think I know that it was signed by the former minister.
Let us find out. And when they start. How are you? When did you start working here?
Only 6 months.
6 months. Are you sure? 6 months?
3 months.
3 months. You started. Where's Tony, please? The gentleman said they started work here 3 months. 3 months ago, I was a minister. I'm still a minister.
Honorable, there's a difference between when he got the license and when, with your due respect, and when he started working. I think we can verify that through the documentation. I don't think we have a problem. We will verify that through documentation. Again, Minerals Commission doesn't give license. If the license would have been given by Minerals Commission, then it would be a catastrophe. This would have been signed by a minister. It may not be yourself, but definitely a minister would have signed that before it became a prospecting license or any other license. We don't issue licenses. And
but if they will start working for 3 months ago, they would have need an authorization to come to the site. Some authorization will be given.
But
some entry to the site will be given. Who would have granted that entry?
That one will not come to you.
Yeah.
That one will not come to you once the licenses have been granted by you or by the
Who
minister.
would have granted that?
Who would have granted what? The authorization?
Yes, to visit sites.
To visit would have been part of the license arrangement. It would have been part of the license arrangement. I think that the key issue here is who granted the license. The license was granted by the minister. It would have come through the Minerals Commission by all means, but eventually it would have been granted by the minister. The minister would also have the right to say, I'm not satisfied with the process, don't grant or go back again and do that.
All right.
We can cross-check that.
It is clear that this man is giving a prospecting list.
Yes.
And he's doing digging or more or less exploring or, excavating for gold. We need to invite him to the office and stop him immediately.
We need to find out. I have seen
you don't need to find out. We have seen it ourselves. Let's stop him. Draft the letter. Let's stop him immediately.
An illegal miner was caught red-handed in the Western region following the expiration of an ultimatum to illegal mine operators to vacate their sites. The middle-aged man, Nane Japan, was caught mining in a water body at Hiawa in the Western region.
Where put up the phone? We are not against you.
We'll still try and establish contact with Latif to bring you what's the latest on that tour.